Have you ever wondered why the world works the way it does? Welcome to a journey of endless discovery. This is Explanium.
This meteorological map tracks the global wind and pressure systems that signal the return of a strengthening El Niño, a climate phenomenon that weakens India's southwest monsoon. India has faced El Niño before, but it is no longer a routine weather event. Today, the country's baseline survival is heavily dependent on the stability of the monsoon. Current climate indicators show this anomaly is strengthening, and it is already contributing to a significant rainfall deficit across the region. The impact of lower rainfall is twofold. It threatens national crop production and is currently reducing water levels in major reservoirs. These conditions drive up electricity demand during prolonged heat waves and increase the likelihood of food inflation. Experts warn that these El Niño conditions could persist for months, creating a prolonged risk for the broader Indian economy. To understand the monsoon's importance, look at the scale of its reach. It supports nearly half of India's workforce through agriculture. It is also the primary source of water for drinking, mass irrigation, and hydropower generation. A weak monsoon triggers a domino effect, starting with lower agricultural output and higher food prices. Next, water shortages begin to spread across both major cities and rural villages. The grid is then forced into a greater dependence on coal-based electricity to compensate for lost hydropower and record heatwave demand. This flowchart maps that cascade. A weak monsoon leads to lower output and water shortages, which then funnel into inflation and national economic pressure. As climate change intensifies extreme weather events, this macroeconomic cascade is becoming more severe and less predictable. If we move past the national data, we can see how this crisis hits specific people on the ground. For farmers, reduced rainfall lowers crop yields and rural incomes, while forcing a higher dependence on expensive irrigation. For consumers, food prices rise as the supplies of staples like vegetables, cereals, and pulses become constrained. In cities, falling reservoir levels lead to municipal water shortages, a reliance on tankers, and the rapid depletion of groundwater. Businesses in manufacturing, power, and logistics face higher operating costs due to the combination of energy demand and water scarcity. And for workers, intense heat waves reduce productivity and increase health risks, particularly for construction and agricultural laborers. El Niño effectively functions as a regressive tax, extracting wealth, health, and stability from every level of society. We have to view El Niño for what it is, a recurring economic and social challenge, not just a weather report. India cannot prevent El Niño from occurring, but it can choose to reduce its impact. That requires the country to pivot its strategy away from short-term crisis management and toward long-term resilience. This includes investing in climate-resilient agriculture, developing hardier crop varieties, and adopting water-efficient irrigation and management. Infrastructure must also adapt with better weather forecasting, smart electricity grids, modernized energy systems, and urban heat management. As an economic safeguard, the country needs to maintain robust, strategic food reserves. Preparing before climate shocks occur is far less costly than responding after disasters unfold. As extreme weather becomes the new normal, resilience must become a national priority.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to Explanium today and discover a whole new world of knowledge and understanding.